Alright, Chapter 7. An order establishing drilling units for the pool shall cover the lands determined below the underlay with by such pool modified with the commission from time to time. Include additional lands determined by the underlaid by such pool with the exclude with the determined but not underlaid by such pool with the order establishing drilling units may be modified with the commission of the permit. Drilling an additional deep well with a reasonable unpattern with a uniform minimum distance nearest the unit boundary as provided before. An order modifying prior order shall be made only after application any of the interested or operated with the notice and herein prescribed herein original order. Provided that the drilling units established with the by order not exceed 160 acres oil well or 640 acres of gas well. Prior to however, the Commissioner may exceed the acreage limitation. 10% of the application demonstrated the area would be drained efficiently and economically by a large drilling unit. 8. After the data application established during drilling units have been filed with the Commission, no additional deep wells shall be commenced with the production pool until the order establishing drilling units may be less unless the commencement with the deep well is authorized by order of the Commission. The Commission shall, within 45 days after filing the application establishing drilling units and pool, subject to the provision section entering order establishing such drilling units, dismiss the application good cause and continue the application process. 10. As a part of the order establishing drilling unit, the Commission prescribed just as reasonable terms conditioned upon the royalty interest in the unit shall, absent voluntary agreement, to be deemed integrated without necessary subsequent integrating royalty interest. If hearing have been held on an application submitted with the application and pursuant with the subsequent order shall be the final order. If no hearing has been held with the Commission shall be imposed with the proposed order, provided with a copy of the proposed order together will notice with the right to appeal with the request of the hearing. All interested party agreed with the proposed order may be appealed with the proposed order full commission requesting hearing notice appeal and requesting the hearing shall be meet in accordance with section 10 article 15 days entry with the order. If no appeal requesting hearing has been received within 15 days, proposed order shall become final. Pooling the interest of the drilling units. Two or more separately owned tracts embraced with the drilling units. Separately owned interest in all part of the drilling unit with the interest person of the pool tract with the interest of the development and operation drilling unit absent with the voluntary pool with the application operator having the interest drilling unit. Commission has shall set hearing provided with the notice to all interested parties. Each notice shall describe the area in which order is to enter with the recognized with the narrative terms containing such information and is essential to give the proper notice include with the time and the date and place of hearing. After the hearing, the Commission shall enter with the order pooling in tracts interest of the drilling unit, the development operation, therefore sharing production thereof. Therefrom, each such pooling order term and condition just as reasonable. No event shall the drilling initiate the track on lease owner from the owner written consent. Whole operations are limited but not limited to the commencement drilling operation deep well and portion of the drilling unit pooling order has entered with the show of the team with the purpose of conducting such operation entirely. Each separately owned tract of the drill, the unit lease several owners thereof. Portion of the product allocated to the separate owned tract land include drilling units shall be produced for the team with all purposes to have actually produced such tract of the deep well drilled therein. Any pooling order under the provision subsection B authorized drilling operation deep well for the production of oil gas of the pooled acreage shall designate the or operated with the drill and operate the deep well shall preside the time and manner all owners in the operating interest of the pooled tract for the portions of the tract may elect to participate therein shall provide with a reasonable cost expense for the drilling, completing, equipping, operating, plugging, and abandoning such deep well, such boring, all production there from shared on all owners operating interest in the portion of the net oil gas acreage of the pool tracts under the lease. Each owner shall make provision for the payment of reasonable costs thereof, include reasonable charge supervision for interest on past due accounts for all those in particular there participate therein. All right, number 4. No drilling operating with a deep well for the production of oil and gas shall be permitted with any of the track landing operators shall be finally obtained with the consent of the easement, but there be duly acknowledged, placed on the record of office for the county clerk, value with consideration of all owners with the track land, which consistent with the described of the reasonable certainty location with such a track location of such proposed deep well, certified consent easement shall be submitted with the operator to the Commission. 5. Upon request, any such pooling order shall provide equitable alternatives where owner and operating interest shall be able to elect for the participate risk cost of the deep drilling of the deep well may elect. Option 1, surrender of the interest portion thereof of the participating owner reasonable basis, and 4, with a reasonable consideration which is not agreed upon shall be determined by the Commission. Option 2, participate drilling well with limited to carry base terms condition which, if not agreed upon, shall determine the Commission just as unreasonable. 6. In the event with the non-participating owner elects option 2, the owner and operating interest in portion pool of the tract shall drill, operate, pay cost, drilling, completion, equipment, operating deep well benefits such non-participating owner provide and pooling orders such operating owner shall be entitled share production from tract portions thereof pooled accruing interest of the non-participating owner exclusive of any royalty overriding royalty reserved the lease assignment with agreements there relating to thereto such tracts and portion thereof with exclusive 1/8 of the production attributed to all unleased tracts with the portion thereof of the market value of such non-participating ownership of production exclusively such royalty overriding royalty 1/8 of the production. Each double share cost payable by charge interest of the non-participating owner. If dispute arrive at the cost drilling, completing, and equipment operating deep well, the Commission shall determine the proportion cost of the 90 days of the day written notification Commission existence of such dispute. Commission shall have 45 days following application to enter the order display application for the good cause continue application process. Chapter 22C 97A Unitization of the interests of horizontal welding drilling units. Alright, declaration of policy, public policy, legislative findings regarding utilization of horizontal welds. Legislative finding that horizontal drilling is technique effectively efficient with the record of the natural resource should be encouraged and means of the production of oil gas hereby declared to be public policy with a statement on public interest to the foster, encourage, and promote exploration, the development, production, utilization, conservation of oil and gas resource, horizontal drilling, and deep shallow formations, prohibited waste of oil, gas resources, unnecessary surface loss of oil and gas that constitutes, encourage maximum recovery of oil and gas, safeguard, protect, enforce correlated rights of operators, royalty owners, oil and gas, horizontal well unit, individual such that operator royalty owner obtains his or her equitable share of the production for the pool, horizontal well, unconventional reservoir, and oil and gas, safeguard, protect, enforce protection, property rights, interests of the surface owners, and agricultural use of the other interests in the land. Definition: unless the context is clearly required, the different meaning used in the section. Bonded to operator meaning of the person posted with the bond under Chapter 22.6.1, a tent sequence 22.6a, a tent sequence of this code required to the oil gas operator West Virginia. The Department of Environmental Protection Office of Oil and Gas operates 8 or more oil gas wells defined in 22.6.1, a tent sequence 22.6a, a tent sequence of this code West Virginia active producing oil and gas well. Extensive executive interest, executory interest meaning the interest entering of the owner or leaser oil gas estates amendment of the existing oil and gas for purpose selection owner executive interest considered to be royalty owners interest parties and purposes notice of the participation proceeding here is an article for the horizontal well the units order binding operate owners executive interest non-executive interest horizontal well unit owners executive interest associated non-executive interest orders consider the same interest for the purpose of computing percentage pursuant to Chapter 22C97A to C2A and Chapter 22C97A C2B of this code. Horizontal well unit means any of the horizontal drilling may occur with the designated with the allocation production of the one or more horizontal well drill with the oil gas track with the portion of the tracks included. Units production oil gas payment the royalty pursuant with the production regardless of the tracks in which horizontal well with the drill with the completed corresponding authorization drill with the producing oil gas to their area units with its notwithstanding the lack of the adequate consensual rights of allowing pooling utilization of oil gas and allowing drilling horizontal across track lines. Horizontal well units formed and portion production allocated to each of the track portion of the unit conclude with the horizontal well unit shall be considered for all purposes to have been actually produced by track by oil and gas well the drill completed in producing this track. Lateral means a portion of the well to deviate with the approximate vertical orientation approximately horizontal orientation well beyond the initial deviation total depth of the terminus of the well bore. Overriding royalty means interested carved out of leasehold working interest not included within the meaning of royalty. Royalty owners means an owner of gas and place oil and gas rights extent where the owner is it not operated defined in 22C92A of the owner does not include the person who interest is limited to A, working interest of the wellbore only, 2, the overriding royalty, C, the non-participating royal interest, and D, the non-executive mineral interest, and E, the net profit to interest. Target information within the primary geological formation, oil, gas, and timber. The produced horizontal drilling unit, a completion can be reasonably expected with the produced formations below or above the target formation, including the formation production can be reasonably expected. Utilization with a combination of 2 or more track, oil, and gas. Portion of the lease of the drilling, horizontal well production, oil and gas allocation production within the acreage of each of the track included in unit operating consolidated horizontal well units. Utilization condensation, meaning the consideration provided set forth in subsection F of this section. Utilization considered with the relation to the net acreage of the non-consent with the royalty owner included with the horizontal well unit. Unknown, unlocatable interest owner of the government, royalty owner, executive interest operative of the other person vested with the interest oil of the targeted formation with included a horizontal well unit whose presently identity of the location cannot be determined. Reasonable view of record clerks of the county commission, counties within counties with oil and gas is located immediately adjacent to counties within the state with the diligent inquiry to the interest of the owners within the same track, inquiry of the sheriff and assessor's office of the county and counties with the oil gases interest is located. Reasonable inquiry, utilization available to interest, reach over the considered reasonable to leave with the identification of the person and mailing the last known address, if available, for the person reflected with the record sheriff and assessor of the office, including unknown heirs, representatives, successors, and signers of the person. Weighted average sale price of the means of weighted average sale price obtained each amount received out of the applicant's various delivery points on affiliated third-party purchase accessible the owner's production without deduction, post-production, third-party cost, expense charged to the incurred of the applicant affiliates other than the cost expense for charge of the incurred applicant and affiliates to the first liquid trading point if the production does not undergo processing after delivery first interstate pipeline. Applicable for all horizontal well shelves and horizontal well with a deep horizontal well with the commission may unitize track with a portion of tracks horizontal well the establishment of the section upon filing the application with the commission. A person control of the horizontal well unit upon the issuing for the horizontal well under the pursuant of this section before the application under section of application must, with respect to royalty interests, is horizontal well with a deep horizontal well with obtained with the ownership release and then lease amendment with the assignment of the farm out compliance is chapter 37B1.1 and Tennessee with the code is respect to unknown unlocatable interest owners defined in 37B1.3 with the code contract with the agreement with the right with consent with agreement to the pool unitization acreage to include with the horizontal well unit executory interest royalty owner 75% more of the net acreage targeted formation proposed to include with the horizontal well unit is provided with determined in subdivision 3 of the subsection. With respect to operators' interest, shall horizontal wells obtained with the ownership of the lease and the lease of the amendment with the assignment of the farm out with the contractor of the agreement of right to the consent of the agreement to the pool to utilize 55% of the net acreage target formation. Supposed to be included with the horizontal well unit lease of the operator with the operator's applicant collective by the ownership lease of the farm out assigned with the contractor agreement to provide with the determined in subdivision 3 of the subsection for any of the drill wells obtained with the ownership lease of the amendment for the assignment of the farm out complying with 37B1.1 of the tenant sequence code. Respect unknown unallocatable interest owned defined 37B1.3 with the code of only the contractor agreement to right with the consent of the agreement to develop the acres to be included with the horizontal well unit. Executory interest royalty owners 55% of the more than the anchorage of the target firm and the POV to be included a horizontal well unit to provide with determined in subdivision 3 of the subsection. C1 made good offer the consent of the agreement with the pool utilized with the negotiated good faith with the all known locatable royalty owners executed interest oil and gas target with the women the acreage to be included with the proposed horizontal well unit with the non-previous consent with agreed with the pool utilization of the interest and whose interests are not subject to development entitled 37B1.1 intent sequence of this code make good faith with the participate consent and agree with the proposed horizontal well unit with the negotiated in good faith with the all well locatable operative with the previously agreed to participate consent with agreed to the pool with the unitized acreage to be included proposed horizontal well unit. A person who is satisfied with the condition of paragraphs A through C with the subdivision referred in section A of the person control of the horizontal well unit. For the purpose of determining whether the person would attain with the requisite control of the proposed horizontal well unit, the commission may include with the overriding royalty owners, non-executive interest royalty owners, acreage owned otherwise held unleased on them, the unlocatable interest owners of the acreage non-subject to the development pursuant to 37B1.1 intent sequence of this code. acreage owned otherwise held with the operators who are not bounded operators unless such operators have been somebody otherwise agree with the developer the operated inch of the net acres of the targeted formation proposed to be included horizontal well unit. Furthermore, the purpose of determining with a person with the requisite control proposed horizontal well was identified with the rights of royalty owners operators with determined as of the date with the applicant with a horizontal well unit is filed. If the applicant has not met with all the provisions subsection, the applicant shall be dismissed without prejudice. If the applicant meets all of the provisions subsection, commission shall authorize the utilization of the tracts portion of the fact tracts interest of the oil gas targeting formation acreage proposed to utilize horizontal drilling, including interest of the unknown unlocatable interest owner production oil and gas target information. Horizontal well unit shall horizontal well unit or accordance with this section. Applicant requirements. Applicant who is a person control of the horizontal well you propose the horizontal well unit order has drilled with the plans to drill one or more horizontal reels. Proposed horizontal well unit may file application for the commission for the horizontal well unit order. Application should contain the description of the proposed horizontal well unit identification targeted to information or formations, statement the nature of the operation contemplated, a plan that depicts the boundary acre of the proposed horizontal well unit with the tract of the horizontal well unit, serve the tax map of the parcel number of such tract with the tracts included with the horizontal well unit according to the county accessory record of the district county's proposed horizontal well unit is located plat shows the serve the location vertical borehole over the horizontal well to be included with the proposed horizontal well unit determined survey the course distance surface location of the two permanent points of landmarks over those track. The deviation vertical also proposed horizontal lateral portion of each proposed horizontal well included with the proposed horizontal well unit. Plat show the proposed horizontal well of the unit and proposed horizontal well names. If none, will number each horizontal well drilled with a horizontal well plat. Unit. The plat shall also show the location each permitted active oil gas well located at horizontal well unit name with the operator's well is shown with the record of the Department of Environmental Protection Officer for the oil and gas provider. The applicant is not required to depict to identify any abandoned or plugged well that is not required to depict to identify in plat required in 22.6A5A6 of this code. Listing with the oil and gas tract with the portion thereof of the proposed horizontal unit size of each of the track, extent with each of the track, believe the name of the last known address of the royalty owner of the target formation, each of the track proposed horizontal well unit, specifying which any of them unknown, the unlocatable hold of the executive rights, respectively any of the executory interests thereby by consent of the pool, the utilization acre of the proposed include with the horizontal well unit, the names and last known address of the operator's proposed horizontal well unit target formation acreage whose interest is recorded with the county where the property is located, specifying which any of them are unknown and unlocatable with if any of them abandoned bounded operators where he or she with the consent of the pooling utilization acreage proposed included to horizontal well unit. Information regarding application actions identify locate unknown unlocatable interest owners target formation acreage be included to horizontal well unit. Percentage of the net acreage proposed horizontal well unit executory interest target formation royalty owners consent with the pool utilization. The percentage of the net acreage proposed horizontal well unit held with the bond operative of the applicant with the collective within the consent of the agreement to the pool utilized that has been granted. A percentage allocation separately owned track with a portion thereof of the proposed horizontal well unit over the oil and gas produced with the horizontal well unit determine the proportion each of the tract net acreage with the horizontal well unit bears the total net acreage of horizontal well unit. Certification applicant meets with the requirement subsection C of this section in respect with the proposed of the horizontal well unit listed with the instrumentation granting the control certification application has mailed a copy of the applicant to all known and locatable interested parties of the United States certified mail. Return receipt requested to their last known address, the most current address with the West Virginia Department of Environmental Protection Office and oil and gas, if any. Stating whether the applicant has submitted either previously contemporaneously with the application for all of the pursuant in this section, the application well work permitted the Department of Environmental Protection for one or more horizontal wells believed with the boundary of the proposed horizontal well unit. Proposed joint operation agreement with the governing contractual relation between the applicant and unleaf of the royalty owners following any of the election of the executive interest owner of the participant in the drill horizontal well unit with the current carry base under the Title 22, Chapter 22C9, 7A59. F9 of this code. Upon filing application horizontal well unit order, commission shall provide a notice hearing to all of the interested parties defined in section order chapter 22C95 of the code and subsection G of this section. Standard of review. The commission shall evaluate applications, shall consider the ownership of the contract with a portion of the tract with the proposed horizontal well unit. where the tracks of the portion of the track proposed to meet the subject horizontal well unit owner owned in whole and part unknown with the unlocatable interest owners. Information regarding the applicant actions. Locate unknown and unlocatable interest owners of the track and portion of the track sought to be included with the horizontal well owner and the percentage executory interest of the royalty owner target information acreage to be included horizontal well unit as to with the consistent consent of the agreement of the pool utilization has been granted. Percentage of the proposed horizontal well unit with the target of the acreage held with the collective of the applicant bonded with the operative with the consent of the agreement of the unit according to subsection C of this section with the applicant and the person control of the horizontal well unit proposed with the utilization area to be drained well with the completed in the horizontal well unit correlative rights. The extent which application prevent waste include with the standing acreage of the oil and gas formation between the units of the uneconomical to produce for the applicant has complied with the subsection C of this section. Notice have been provided accordance with this section with the applicant demonstrated the intent with the ability to drill wells proposed in the unit. Commission not issue with the horizontal well unit under order pursuant to the section listed. It finds if the applicant has been before filing the application meet the requirements of subsection C of this section. The Commission may not change the operative of the existing well drill with the proposed horizontal well unit or well with the actually building drill with the proposed horizontal well unit as the date of the application filed within this section shall with the consent of the protected interest of the owners and well and use the issuing horizontal well unit order. Horizontal well unit order. Horizontal well unit order under this section shall specify the side of the boundary horizontal well you would give it to do the regard with the maximization amount with the oil and gas produced to prevent the waste of the correlative rights. Provided with the horizontal well units side of the may not exceed 640 acres. Provided, however, the Commission may exceed the acreage limitation applicable to demonstrate with the proposed with the horizontal well unit area to drain efficiently with the economically large horizontal well unit provided provided forth that the horizontal well unit containing one or more horizontal wells may contain with the 128 net acreage control with a non-consistent consenting royalty owners determined the date of the applicant horizontal well unit application is filed. Horizontal wells may be drilled with a horizontal well unit with the vertical, whether the horizontal well is to be drilled with a shallow or deep. If the vertical well is complete with the target formation, the horizontal well unit with the area with the horizontal well may be not complete with the target formation horizontal well unit apply with the unitization consideration due in authorizing unit utilization track with the unknown unlocatable interest owner of the shall not contain finding that the identified with the person unknown unlocatable in order specified with the application percentage of the production horizontal wells drilled with a horizontal well with the unit separately owned track with a portion with the track included with the horizontal well unit shall be proportion for each track net acreage of the horizontal unit bear with the total net acreage of the horizontal well unit. Horizontal well unit shall authorize perfect utilization of all interest of the target formation as the tracks. Portion of the tracks included with the horizontal well unit. If the applicant or the person that control of the horizontal well unit proposed with the horizontal well under this section of the Commission shall form the horizontal well unit and pursue with the section of the authorized the drilling operation of one or more horizontal well units production, oil and gas targeting formation, any track with a horizontal well unit. With respect for the royalty owners lease track that have consent with the pooling and the utilization commission shall require the utilization consideration to be paid effectively interest royalty owners for the amount equal to 25% of the weighted average of the monetary bonus for the net minimal mineral acre basis production royalty percentage equal to 80% of the weighted average production royalty percentage rounded to the nearest 1/10 of the 1% paid to the executive interest on the lease tracks for the ununit in same target formation provided with the weighted average calculation shall be not include the fixed amount of the paid royalty owners payment is made on any of the basis other than the net mineral acreage base for the royalty percentage that cannot be less than the production royalty percentage existing lease for or 12 and 1/2 of the percent of the flat rate lease. The application of all royalty owners and leasehold with the working interest overriding royalty interest for the interest of the oil and gas are bound by order remaining these lease terms, including other terms related to the point payment over the royalties utilization considered shall be paid with the participating operators, including the applicant to the extent of the interest of the horizontal well unit. With respect to interest in oil and gas and within that new lease existence, the executive interest may not elect to surrender the oil and gas underlying the track participating operator to include the applicant extent of the interest of the horizontal well unit with the consideration if not agreed upon shall be an amount equal to the weighted average amount paid per net mineral acre with the applicant executive interest owner bound with a third party transaction application oil and gas minerals same target formation underlying with the horizontal well unit provided with the weighted average calculation shall not include fixed amount paid for the royal owning your payment is any of the base of the other mineral net mineral acre base. This executive interest owner may election of the utilization consideration of executive interest owner to elect the utilization consideration into the executive interest owner. Associated non-executive interest owners shall be considered the lease of the participating operator shall be an applicant. The sum of the interest of the horizontal well of the unit for the term not agreed upon shall consist of the following: bonus payment per net mineral acre equal to the weighted average monetary bonus paid per net mineral acre. Executive interest in applicant with connection with the other lease with the same with the targeted formation of control of the applicant within the horizontal well unit provided with the weighted average calculation shall not include the fixed amount of the paid in a basis. Bonus payments with executive interest owner with the other payments made on the basis of the other net mineral acre base of the production royalty with the natural gas oil and natural gas liquids produced and sold with the equal to the highest production royalty percent of the connection with the other leases, some of the target formation controlled by the applicant horizontal well with the unit day within 24 months for the receiving of the applicant day with the executive interest over their owners for the make one-time an election with the prior to the issuing of the horizontal well unit order of the commission to be paid with the production royalty of natural gas based on either index price with effect for the beginning of each of the calendar months of publish and independent of the third party with the production publication reflecting arm's length market-based sale of the natural gas applicable to the interstate pipeline in which the natural gas is delivered shall not be reduced in its production expenses, being the weighted average sale prices. Alright, production royalty for the natural gas liquid will be calculated in sum of the receiver, the tailgate with the preceding faculty, each for the natural gas liquid product, each of the morning month divided by the volume of such a natural gas liquid product that is sold during such month that shall be produced for the post-production expense for the executive interest owner that does not make with the one-time election when the price of the royalty the natural gas shall be paid prior to the issuance of the horizontal well unit under the commission of the applicant shall determine whether the pays royalty to the executive interest owner of the associated non-executive interest owner base of the index price described in the subparagraph of the weighted average sales price of the determination such binding applicant operative executive interest owner of the associated non-executive interest owners of the term lease applicant all royalty owners and leasehold of the work interest overriding royalty interest other interests associated on lease oil and gas shall be bound in order nothing contained in paragraph B with any of the lease state known existence entered into the future awarded utilization consideration made by the commission other than utilization consideration awarded executive interest owner of the unleased tract whose elects to the considered lease pursuant to this paragraph executive interest owners may elect the election participate horizontal well unit consistent with the chapter 22C 97A F9 and 22C 97A F10 of this code. Owners of the oil and gas interest of which with no lease existence but do not elect A, B, or C with the subdivision consider that may have elected with the receipt of the utilization consideration and leave the interest of the oil and gas mineral estate with the target formation of the applicant pursuant to the 22C with the 97A at F7 and B of this code. No utilization considered may be required pay with the royalty owner concerned with the agreement of the pooling utilization for virtue to determine the containment of the oil and gas leave for the other agreement the permit of the fuel utilization. 9. An operator may elect to consent with the participate horizontal well unit after the application files up with the subdivision 7th subsection with the commission issue for the horizontal well unit order with the pursuing of the section with the commission shall consider either non-consent with the operator shall do not elect with the participate with the risk of the cost of the drilling in the horizontal well unit until through a voluntary agreement the applicant participate with the drilling in the horizontal well unit of the carrier base for the term condition of which does not agree with the consistent with the term conditions contained with the proposed joint operating agreement submitted with the applicant in accordance with the 22C with the 97AD1M of this code. Provided that the Commission determine the proposed term condition of the joining operating agreement with consistent in the terms typically found with the similarly situated with the arm's length operating agreement with the horizontal well unit entered with the applicant with the same target formation prior to filing the applicant from the horizontal well unit. 10. If the non-consenting operator participated with the drilling with a horizontal well unit with a carried base for the under with the horizontal well unit or with the operator with the interest of the proportion with the horizontal well unit, the operator with the pay for the cost of the drilling with the completion with the equipping and the operating of the horizontal well unit benefit with the non-consenting operator provided with the horizontal well unit or the operating owners of intended total share of the production and traction of the portion therefore subject to the horizontal well unit order accruing interest of the non-consenting operator with exclusive of any of the utilization consideration overriding royalty reserved in the leases assignment thereof with agreement relating to thereto with the track for the portion of the track net revenue non-consenting operator share of the production and exclusive of the utilization consideration royalty overriding royalty equal to double the share of the cost payable or by Charge interest on consenting operators set forth on accounting procedures included with the joint operating agreement submitted to the applicant in accordance with the Title Chapter 22C with the 978A D1M of this code. If all the wells proposed with the horizontal well unit approved by the Commissioner not drilled completed is approved with the horizontal well unit, or the applicant shall file with a request modified with the horizontal well unit with the Commission within 60 days of the later of the completion of all of the drilling activity of the horizontal well unit with the date of the 5 years after the most of the recent drilling activity of the horizontal well unit occurs. Interested party may file with the application to correct the clerical or error of the horizontal well unit ordered at any time. The applicant may file with a request modified with the horizontal well unit order at any time. If an operator has not drilled and completed with the well drill horizontal well unit, form commission with 3 years after the later end of either drill completion of the initial horizontal well unit with the drilling completion of the most recent horizontal well with the horizontal well unit. As the case may be, interested party may file with a request modified with the horizontal well unit. The commission may modify with the horizontal well unit. Upon modification of horizontal well unit, the commission should recalculate the allocation production with the track with the modified horizontal well unit after modification of order date with the modification order shall bind with the property subject with the horizontal well unit order. All the owners thereof, their heirs, representative successfully assigned with it so long as horizontal well unit order remains in effect following entry with the modified horizontal well unit order contained with the commission relocation allocation production with the track with the modified horizontal well unit order. Applicant and all other operators shall have no liability whatsoever to pay the royalty any manner of the other than that set forth in modified horizontal well unit order. All operations include but not limited commencement of the drilling operation horizontal well unit with any of the portion horizontal well unit order with the has been for the presumed section with the control of the or all purpose deduction over the operator as such upon each such track with a portion of the track with the horizontal well unit with a portion of the production allocated with each for the track portion of the track with include with the horizontal well unit shall with one produced be considered for all purposes to have it actually produced for the track of the oil gas well to drill completed producing on the track, subject to the provision subsection O with the commission file with the interest of one or more of the unknown or unlocatable interest owners include with the horizontal well unit operator shall deposit the monies payable to the unknown unlocatable interest owner of the district of the account with the bearing of the market rate with the interest to be held with the administrator of the dispersed and according with the order of the commission in this section. Horizontal well unit order of the under the this section shall expire with the horizontal well has not been drilled with the horizontal well unit within 3 years of the day of the order final non-appeal with the unless the commission extended the order of the good cause as well with having the drill with the 3 years of the horizontal well unit continue with the force and for effect of the last producing horizontal well unit no longer capable of producing oil and gas so long as the order remains in effect. The horizontal well order shall be binding on the property subject to the horizontal well order. All owners' property and their heirs representing the successor and signs, notice times, hearings, and orders.